Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap for Friday, April 11, 2025 is finally here. In today's episode, Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, those two Forrester creations in a disguise. Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, seems to be turning down a deceitful road again. Plus, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, busts Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, in her underwear. At Il Giardino, Luna shows Sheila a picture of Will Spencer, Crew Morrow. Luna says he's wasting his time with Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace. Sheila tells her granddaughter to get him thinking with another body part. She reasons Will is keeping up appearances, but men are easy to manipulate. Sheila confesses she stole Deacon from Brooke and then tamed him. Grandma adds that she even had Eric Forrester, John McCook, wrapped around her finger for years. She also thinks people are sheep and you can get them to believe anything you want. An order comes in. It's for Forrester Creations, from Zende Forrester Dominguez, Delon de Metz. Sheila suggests Luna deliver it. Over at Forrester Creations, Will and Electra make out. Electra reminds them they are at work. She gushes about the jewelry line. Will puts a necklace around Electra's neck and kisses her. Instead of passion, Electra suggests a spa day for the two of them. Do guys really do that spa thing? So weird. Meanwhile, Luna enters FC wearing a dark mustache and hat. Luna spies on Will and Electra. Will is pushing Electra to come to his place after the spa. Wow, Will's turning into kinda a creepazoid. Will knows Electra wants him too. Electra runs off to attend a meeting. That is when Luna walks in with Zen's Hawaiian pizza. She declares she has what he wants, adding it's hot and spicy. Luna might be a bit bad, but you gotta love her determination. In another office at FC, Brooke is wearing a purple bra and underwear. She hears the door open and assumes it's Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K. However, it isn't Ridge at all, but Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Oops. Taylor informs Brooke that Ridge is no longer handling fittings for the bedroom line. Taylor feels so embarrassed for Brooke, still trying to use her body to get Ridge back. Brooke calls her rival insecure and a rebound. Taylor doesn't need lingerie to get Ridge's attention. Taylor calls it an unhealthy attachment, then strolls out. There is also Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, who makes another offer to Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor. The CEO declines and she suggests maybe next time. Once Carter leaves, Taylor enters looking for Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missins Wood. Taylor thanks Daphne for being a friend to her daughter. They both talk about what a great heart Carter has. Clearly, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, is a demon. Brooke enters and Carter wants to know what's wrong. Brooke vents about Taylor bragging about stealing Ridge from her. Brooke is worried that working with Ridge is making her look pathetic. No, it's the begging, Brooke, so just knock it off. Carter feels awful for Brooke. He blames himself. Brooke notices Carter's cut, and he explains Deacon Sharp, Seam Cannon, attacked him. Carter urges Brooke to get Ridge back, just like he's going to get Hope back. From afar, Daphne listens. Luna stood in front of the mirror, barely recognizing herself. Her long, luxurious hair was tucked up under a brunette wig, and her normally elegant wardrobe had been traded in for a demure pantsuit and thick-rimmed glasses. She adjusted her fake freckles in the mirror with trembling hands. This wasn't a fashion experiment, it was a full-blown operation. She had to go undercover. Her heart raced. Today she wouldn't be Luna Nozawa, rising star of Forrester Creations. She'd be Linda Nunez, intern from Paris. Remy had helped her plan it. An elaborate ruse to find out who had been spying on her and leaking her designs. She suspected someone inside Forrester was working against her. And she needed answers before everything she worked for was destroyed. She exited the design room, pretending to fumble with a clipboard. Not even Ridge, who passed her in the hallway, gave her a second glance. So far, the disguise was working. INT. FORESTR creations, EXEC said White, same time. Brooke paced the room, chewing on the edge of her fingernail. Rich sat at the desk reviewing designs, oblivious to her rising panic. Rich, she said finally, there's something I need to tell you. He looked up, distracted. Is it about Hope's line? You know, she said, taking a breath. It's about me. Rich gave her his full attention now. She swallowed. A few weeks ago, I started forgetting things, getting confused, saying things that didn't make sense. And yesterday, I collapsed. Rich was on his feet in a second. You what? Why didn't you tell me? Because I didn't want to worry you, Brooke whispered. But I saw a neurologist this morning. There's something on the scans. Silence fell like a boulder between them. Is it serious? He asked, voice raw. I don't know yet, she replied. They're doing more tests. But if this is something like a tumor, I need to tell you now. In case things get worse. Rich took her hands. We'll face it together. Outside the office, a figure lingered just beyond the door. Steffi, and she'd heard everything. INT. Spencer Pubi lens. Bill's OFFICE, later. Bill stood by the window, sipping coffee and reviewing the latest tabloid headlines. One caught his eye. Sheila Carter, resurrected or reformed, he scoffed. The press was eating up the Sheila spectacle like candy. But Bill knew better. He'd seen the flicker in her eyes during that tense encounter at Il Giardino. She was pretending to be docile, but she was anything but. Carter entered, holding a manila folder. You're going to want to see this. Bill opened it, eyes narrowing at the photos inside. Grainy, zoomed-in shots of Sheila meeting with a shadowy figure in the back alley behind the restaurant. The same man who had once helped her fake her death. She's back at it, Carter said grimly. Whatever she's planning, it's big. Then we make sure we're bigger, Bill said. I want her watched 24/7. If she so much as sneezes, I want to know what tissue she used. INT. Hevar Haristier Creations. Design FLOR. Early AFTRNOON. Linda slipped into the storage room, phone camera recording. She spotted Zend bent over a filing cabinet, humming to himself. She watched as he pulled out a folder labeled Luna, drafts and sketches. He flipped through it with a strange expression, one part admiration, one part calculation. When he left, Luna crept forward and took a closer look. One of her sketches was missing. Her heart dropped. It was him. Zend was stealing from her. Before she could escape, she heard voices outside the door. Steffi and Finn. You don't understand, Steffi snapped. Brooke kept this from Dad. She kept it from us. If she's sick, we need to know. Especially if it affects the company. Steffi, she just found out, Finn replied gently. Maybe she was still processing. She has a history of covering things up. Don't you remember what happened with Thomas? With Hope, there's always something. Luna tried to stay silent, but her heels slipped against the mop bucket. Steffi whipped the door open. Who the hell are you? Luna froze. Linda. Linda Nunez. I'm the new intern. Steffi narrowed her eyes. Finn just tilted his head, as if something about her looked familiar. INT. Sheila's APART Manianti, Nightfall. Sheila stood in front of her mirror, applying a deep red lipstick. She wore black, sleek, fitted, dangerous. She looked like a widow at a funeral, and maybe that was intentional. Tonight, she wasn't planning on hiding. Her apartment was dimly lit, casting shadows that danced along the walls like specters. On the table beside her were 3 burner phones, a stack of cash, and a vial of something clear. Sheila Carter had tried to play by the rules. She tried the straight and narrow. But the whispers never stopped. The stares. The judgment. No matter how much she said she changed, the world didn't care. So tonight, she was done pretending. Her phone buzzed. A single message. Target will be alone. Proceed. Sheila slipped the vial into her clutch and left the apartment, locking the door behind her. INT. FORVSTR creations. Brooke's OFICs, same time. Brooke sat alone, the overhead lights dim. Her test results sat unopened in her lap. Her hands shook. Ridge had gone home. Hope had called, but she hadn't answered. She stared at the envelope like it was a live grenade. Then with trembling fingers, she opened it. As she read the words, her breath caught in her throat. Mass suggestive of meningioma. Neurological consultation recommended. She put a hand to her mouth. A tumor. It was real. The door opened suddenly. Steffi again. "Were you going to tell me?" she asked, arms crossed. "I told Ridge," Brooke said, voice small. "I just found out myself." "But you're on the board, Brooke. If your health affects your ability to make decisions." "I can make decisions," Brooke snapped. "I'm not dead, Steffi." "No," Steffi said coldly. "But you're compromised." Brooke stood up, eyes blazing. "You've always wanted me out. Don't pretend this is about the company." "I'm thinking about the company," Steffi retorted. "And if you can't handle your responsibilities." "Then what, Steffi? You'll take over." "Push me out while I'm in a hospital bed." Steffi said nothing. And Brooke knew this wasn't concern. It was a coup. INT. Spencer public Lenons. PRK night. Liam was heading to his car when he saw her. A woman in black, lurking near the stairwell. "Sheila." He called out, incredulous. She turned slowly, like a ghost rising from the past. "Liam," she said with a smile that chilled the blood. "Fancy seeing you here." "What do you want?" he asked, reaching for his phone. "I want peace," she said. "But some people just won't let me have it." She took a step closer. "That's close enough," Liam warned. "You think just because you walked out of prison you're free?" "I am free," she said, her voice shifting. "And I'm going to stay that way." She reached into her clutch. Liam backed up, but just then, a car pulled into the garage, headlights sweeping across them. Sheila froze. It was Remy. Liam took the opportunity to bolt, running toward the stairwell. Sheila vanished into the shadows. Remy jumped out of the car, eyes wide. "You okay?" "She had something," Liam panted. "I think she was going to drug me." They stared into the dark corner where Sheila had been, but she was gone. INT. FORGARISTR creations. Lunes APRT menenti, late night yichi. Luna ripped off her wig and threw it across the room. "He's stealing my work," she told Remy. "Zend. I saw him. He took my sketch." Remy frowned. "We can expose him. But if we do, he'll deny everything unless we have proof." Luna sat down hard on the couch. "I thought he was my friend." "People change," Remy said quietly. "Or maybe they never were who we thought." He hesitated. "There's something else." Liam was almost attacked tonight by Sheila. Luna's eyes widened. "Oh my God, is he okay?" "He's fine. I got there in time. But Sheila's not hiding anymore. She's planning something." Luna stood, resolve stealing. "Then we need to stop her. Before she ruins anyone else's life." INT. Sheila's APRT menti, final scene. Sheila stood at the window, watching the city lights like a panther waiting to pounce. She held the vial in her hand, twisted the cap, watched the liquid swirl. Her eyes were distant, cold. "Let them think they've won," she whispered to the night. "Let them feel safe." She turned off the light. "And then, I'll show them who I really am." Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFULUPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.